everybody, welcome back to the Medical Projects YouTube channel. If you are new around here, my name is Olivia and I am a second year medical student, and here on the Medical Projects YouTube channel we create videos dedicated to helping you achieve your dream spot at medical school. So I'm here to give you all of the tips and bits of advice I have learnt along the way and share those with you to boost your chances of securing your place. So if you like the sound of that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so that you can be notified every time we post, and also make sure you go and follow us over on our social media accounts. We love interacting with you guys and are always really happy to answer any questions that you may have. Now, before we start today's video, I just want to take the time to say thank you so much for helping us reach 2,500 subscribers. That is an absolutely incredible milestone, and it has been the biggest pleasure creating these videos for you guys and interacting with you. And to say a big thank you, we are hosting a very exciting giveaway that I have mentioned in the past few videos. So we are giving away a spot on our GP live course and a spot on our ward round live course, and these are incredible, immersive, interactive online work experiences for you to participate in, and you'll learn how to take a patient history and you'll be taught by real NHS doctors, which is a fantastic opportunity for you, and it will really help you make your personal statement stand out. So to enter our giveaway, all you need to do is fill in the form, which I'll put in the description box below. So it's really easy. Make sure you tell your friends and we will be choosing winners very soon. So for today's video, I thought I would be answering some of the very common questions we get from you guys, particularly when it concerns what GCSEs and A-levels you should be taking. We get a lot of questions about what subjects you should take, whether an EPQ is important to do, should I do 4 A-levels, and so I thought I would address them all in this one video so that hopefully you have a bit more information. So the first question we get asked a lot is, what grades do I need to get in my GCSEs? Now, I can't give you a conclusive answer as to the exact grades you need in every single subject because different universities have different requirements, and that is going to be a solid theme in today's video. If you want to know exactly what grades you should be getting and what subjects you should be taking, you should really check the different university websites for the universities that you want to apply to. So as an example, the University of Edinburgh doesn't accept applied science, so make sure that you're clued in with what universities are expecting of you and things that they're not going to accept. Other universities stipulate certain grade requirements in English language. So for example, Imperial say you need to get at least a 6 in your English language. And then another example is that Kiel says that you need to have a minimum of 5 GCSEs at a grade 7 with a minimum of a 6 in maths, English language and sciences. So as you can see, different universities have different requirements, and there are loads of tables that you can check out online for free. The next question is, what A-levels should I take? And my advice in general is that biology and chemistry are a safe option to have together. However, you don't necessarily need to do both of these in combination. So as an example, Bristol University states that chemistry is mandatory, but you can choose to do chemistry and biology, or chemistry and physics, or chemistry and maths. So it just shows that there's a bit of flexibility with your subject choice, but again, make sure you confirm this before you go to apply to these universities. In general, I advise candidates that a good combination to take is chemistry and biology because it keeps a lot of your options open. The next question is, what should my third A-level be in? And I think in general you'll find that a lot of med school applicants take biology, chemistry and maths. I personally did chemistry, biology and geography, and you'll find that most universities don't really mind what you take as your third A-level. So for example, Imperial state that they want you to take chemistry and biology, and your third subject can be in whatever you want it to be in. I think with A-levels, they can be really stressful, so if there's a subject you're really passionate about, be it art, ICT, maths, take the thing that you think you're going to enjoy most. So for example, I took geography because I found I'd always been naturally quite good at geography, so I thought it would be a subject that was a bit more chill in comparison to my chemistry and biology A-level, and I could more or less guarantee that I was going to do pretty well in it. So definitely make sure to play to your strengths. The next question is, what A-levels should I avoid? And again, this does vary based on where you want to apply. Certain universities stipulate that they don't want to see certain subjects, and a lot of the time this includes subjects like critical thinking. They don't accept that as a third A level, so make sure you're looking that up before you apply. It's also worth noting that certain universities don't allow certain combinations of subjects. So for example, you couldn't take chemistry, biology and human biology because they don't allow that combination. The next question is, does taking a fourth A level increase my chances of getting in? I think this is one of those kind of highly debated questions that a lot of medical school applicants will be talking about. You'll see people on the student room taking like 6 A levels, and my very blunt answer to this is no, it will not increase your chances of getting in. And I honestly think unless you really feel like you're going to be able to cope with that workload, just don't put unnecessary stress on yourself, because the medicine application is very laborious, it's very long, and I feel like if you don't need the added stress of another subject, why put yourself through it? Also, as I've said many times on this channel, the admissions tutors want to see that you're able to balance your academics with having different extracurriculars on the go as well. And if you think that these are going to suffer if you take a fourth A level, I don't think it's worth it. The next question we've been asked is an EPQ worth doing? And in general, I will say this is down to your personal preference, because it does teach you some really good study skills. And you know, these are things like your research skills, your time management skills, writing a good structured essay will come in handy. But in general, I wouldn't say that medical schools favour people who have done EPQs over people that haven't. But one thing that I would say could be advantageous about doing an EPQ is you could choose to do some research in a niche area of medicine, for example, and that will give you something that's really nice to talk about in your personal statement and in your potential interviews. Because remember, a lot of these universities are really big on the research element side of things. So I think if you can do some research and you know, you're able to balance this alongside doing your A levels, then that would be a really good thing to do. I personally didn't do one, just saying out of personal experience, and it didn't hinder my chances of getting into medical school whatsoever, so definitely down to what you think you're able to manage. The final question I have is, how should I revise for my GCSE and A-level exams? So I did my GCSEs and A-levels a little while back, but having said that, I think a lot of my study tips are still very applicable to students nowadays. So the first thing I would say is make use of your specification. Each subject has a specification where it breaks down exactly what you need to know in order to pass your exams, and base your revision around that. I remember I'd write out the specification point and then write the answer to that underneath, so that every time I was revising, I was referring directly back to what was expected of me. And that is so important, and you're pretty much not going to go wrong if you can ensure you can tackle all of the specification. Additionally, I would say make use of past papers. One thing that is great about GCSEs and A-levels is that they're almost a little bit formulaic. Like, you know what you have to do to pass. If you learn what they're looking for in the answers, you're not going to go wrong. It's not like university where you can really get thrown some curveballs and you've never seen anything like it before. In GCSEs and A-levels, the principles are going to be the same. The mark schemes are pretty much going to be the same year on year. So make sure you're tackling those past paper questions and nailing exactly what they're looking for in the mark scheme. Another tip I have is try and make sure you're engaging in active revision as much as possible. This is something I didn't do throughout my GCSEs and A-levels, and I wish I had done. What we mean by active revision is writing yourself questions and constantly self-assessing yourself to see if you can come up with the answer, as opposed to just passively writing out your notes as I have done, because it is so much more beneficial to constantly challenge yourself and push yourself to give an answer so you know whether you really know it or not, instead of just writing out your notes and never really considering whether you're actually understanding. My last bit of advice for GCSEs and A-levels is give yourself enough time. I know it's tempting to want to cram towards the end when it's getting closer to your exams, but if you really want to keep that stress level low, make sure you're constantly reviewing stuff on a weekly basis, I would say. If you can allocate yourself a block of time, be it on a Friday afternoon or a Sunday evening, whatever works for you, and just review that week's content, it will put you in such a strong position when it comes to your exams, because you'll be reviewing things for the third, fourth time over instead of looking at it fresh. And that's something I really try to do even to this day at university. So those are some of the most common questions answered about GCSEs and A-levels. Do let us know if you have any more that you want us to answer. We could always make a part 2, and leave any other video suggestions you have in the comments down below. Once again, do make sure you enter our giveaway. The link will be in the description box below, and make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn the notification bell on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in another one very soon. Bye!